So
What do we got?
CERN, let's get into the conspiracy side of this stuff. So why are people weirded out by CERN? Why does it give people the heebie-jeebies? Why are there so many conspiracy videos that CERN is going to destroy the world?
Yeah.
Well, there's a few weird things about CERN. Number one, they decided to put a statue out front of CERN that represents something. And let's show that statue.
Oh, well, they did a Denver airport thing where they put a statue that people are just like...
A demon horse would have been better.
A demon horse would have been better.
It would have been better than this because of what you're playing with at CERN. You should
You got to
probably
be careful
not
with the
have-
imagery you have.
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't have...
The goddess of destruction. That's what Shiva is. She's the goddess of
And
destruction.
what is she, in like a particle accelerator? She's literally in a glider.
Dude, right? It looks like... So what are they saying here? What are they saying with this?
So if I'm taking this at face value,
Yeah.
what I'm seeing is
We are
our
playing-
particle accelerator. Yeah, playing God a little bit. but
Maybe.
our particle accelerator is similar or the same as the goddess of destruction.
Destruction.
So what we're doing here could
It's
end
not
the world.
knowledge. It's not the goddess or god of any power or electricity.
It's not Artemis,
or
the goddess
Thor.
of hunting. It could be anything.
No.
And it's this.
They chose destruction.
and even the way they lit it, they're like, "Hey, it'd be nice to have a statue."
And the
But
way
what
they
if we?
lit it, yeah.
But what if we had it reflecting a shadow of it? Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, what if we
people?
made it the creepiest thing ever?
Yeah.
Something strange happened in front of that statue, and it was caught on video. In 2016, something was videotaped happening out front of CERN, in front of this statue. Why would you do this?
All right, let's full screen this.
Full screen it.
Okay.
So this is a
Oh, what the
druid-like
dude?
ritual
Jared, why don't you tell me?
that looks to be sacrificial.
You know I hate things that are sacrificial in nature.
Look at this. Dude. It's a bunch of people so if you're listening, in front of the Shiva statue, the goddess of destruction, a bunch of
if
people
you're
wearing
listening,
black
explain this.
robes are out front, and they make somebody lay down who's in a white robe, and they are seemingly doing a sacrifice of some kind to the goddess of destruction at CERN. This is right in front of CERN at night. It's the dead of night. And the camera angle seems to be
From within a
someone
window.
hiding, and watching it from a distance. And then
This is totally one of those videos where, like, you know, the guy's filming from the like window.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, everybody looks and points.
at the same time they
Yeah.
all look. Yeah, that would be the best if they
And
did
they
that.
and they have to
So-
do that scream, right?
That's the worst.
Yeah, it's the most horrifying thing.
Yeah, that reminds me of like Insidious or something.
I
Where they all
don't
look
care.
real fat. They do
Yeah,
the
I
fast
love it.
look. Yeah.
Yeah.
So afterwards, it was like a bunch of people came forward and they were like, "Oh, we were just doing a little joke because people are already scared to death of this place, so we wanted to scare them more by doing a
Yeah.
fake sacrifice."
Yeah, fake ritual. Yeah.
So that's a great way to explain it. If that's the actual explanation,
Yeah.
did they catch something weird going on there, or did they is it just some people playing a prank?
It could be either, really.
It could be either.
It could be either.
If you want to believe it's a prank, then don't worry about it.
Yeah.
What else do we have to worry about at CERN? People are afraid that they can create black holes.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
And I also heard that they created the Mandela effect.
So good. That's a good topic here. So yeah, people are afraid that when you play with space time like this, that sometimes there could be some sort of interdimensional effect where either our collective memories change because we're opening a doorway to some layered universe that's similar to ours, but not exactly the same. So we mentioned black holes, which is a possibility. The reason
Creating
why,
black
but to
holes.
this day, they haven't created one that we know of. They have not created an actual black hole at CERN.
Okay.
So could it happen? Yes. In theory, if they had enough power, so they're at 14 trillion electron
have to look
volts,
it up.
they would need to be at 10 quadrillion in order, or cotillion, which is 18 zeros of electron volts in order to create a black hole. And even then, it would just be like a small little black hole, and it would only last for like a tenth of a second and then dissipate. But then we'd be able to study black holes. They say that they haven't, but it's possible. And you have to take the theory of relativity at face value for this to be true, that they're not capable of creating black holes currently. But we know there's flaws in the theory of relativity, which means
Math.
and they're trying to find a replacement theory now. There's all kinds of quantum gravity theories that people are working on to try and replace the theory of relativity.
See, what Einstein didn't understand.
Yeah.
This is my Terrence Howard.
That's
for
good, yeah.
those who don't know, was that it's gravity isn't as we believe.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
actually electromagnetism. It's electricity and magnetism are equal and opposite.
This
forces.
thing was great.
Yeah.
So again, the reason we know
They
there's
didn't
flaws
see
with
the
relativity
relationship.
is it allows for things to have like infinite mass, and if you ever have an equation that allows for infinite anything, you've got a problem with your equation.
Yeah.
So we know there's problems with it. So there is a fear. Some theoretical physicists believe it is possible they could create black holes there accidentally, incidentally, or on purpose. And if that were to happen, depending on the size of it and how long it lasted, or if they could keep it stable, we could either study it, or it would just start sucking things into it and grow larger, which would be scary, right?
Yes.
Because then there's no stopping it. It's kind of like the crossing the streams in Ghostbusters. Mandela effect. So we've all seen Stranger Things by now, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The upside down, opening a gateway between different dimensions. And we know that they believe in string theory, and even for this black hole theory to be
Yeah.
true, there has to be more than just the four dimensions that we know now. With that being said, is if they were very small, thin dimensions, then we could start creating these black holes and opening gateways between them. And if we've already done that, that could be the cause of the Mandela effect. The scariest part for me is the Shiva statue, the weird rituals, the idea that they're playing with something they don't fully know or understand
bounds
yet.
of,
And
yeah.
it could actually cause
Yeah.
the end of the world if they play with it the wrong way. So
Yeah.
it should be monitored,
I understand.
in my opinion,
Yeah,
for sure.
but once you start having like oversight, I don't know.
You want scientists to be mavericks. You do. You want them to be
Exactly.
You want them to push
Exactly.
the bounds. But this is a 16-mile long particle collider.
And they're potentially messing with the entire universe, the entire world at the very least. The
Yeah.
entire, country, Sweden, France, whatever it was.
We don't know some of these elements that they create that are unstable, that are heavy. What if they create something that has some
Tentacles.
properties to it that are very tentacles?
So, real quick, you said the way people think the Mandela effect is tied to CERN
Yeah.
is they created a black hole.
So no, it would be these
okay.
tears in space-time or
That makes more sense.
doorways between dimensions.
So they're doing a particle collider,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And is this by design or is this a mistake that happened? This is
good question.
Okay.
I don't know. Nobody knows, right? And how much of what they do
What does the
there-
theory say though? They don't know. Either way, it could have been either way.
Right? Are they trying?
Yeah.
Is this what? Is
Was
this
this
the goal
by design or was
like
this an
Chase
accident?
said, that Shiva was the goal the whole time to create a portal. Yes, we
Yeah.
can understand more about the universe,
sure,
but what if we can push that a little further and find another universe? Is that the goal? So
Yeah.
we don't know the intent.
So if there's making
every
tears in
person
space time, so it's Berenstein becomes Berenstain because
Yeah.
it was always Berenstain in timeline 46B2,
Right.
but now 46B2 crossed over with Prime,
Sure.
wherever we are,
Yeah.
15A.
they're moving particles at the speed of light.
Yeah, yeah. What are the side effects of doing something like
Yeah,
that?
and then smashing them into each other. I love Rocket if you remember in the movie, he has the Hadron Enforcer.
yeah.
So that's a particle collider weapon that they use in the first
and
Guardians
kill
movie.
Ronan, yeah.
How cool that they use
Very
stuff
cool.
like that. So it's been in everything, these particle accelerators, from Ghostbusters to Iron Man to what I just mentioned, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians,
Bob Lazar says that's how flying saucers work.
Yeah.
He's got one in his garage. He's making his own elements.
So you can
with.
see these particles are almost like a Megan Thee Stallion Cardi B just smashing into each other. And if you haven't seen our latest highlight, go check it out.
It's the Fresh and Fit one, yeah?
Yeah, the Fresh and Fit.
That's
one.
a good
check it
video.
out.
Go watch that.
Good. But
Okay.
so well done, Jared. Great research.
That's CERN. Tell me what you think. Comment. Do we need to be afraid? Do you think they're trying to open doorways to other worlds, other dimensions, other universities?
Universities.
Let us know. Comments, all that stuff. So yeah, we'll leave CERN
Guys,
there.
get hyped. You know what time it is?
Time.
To
Talk.
about
Conspiracy.
So, man, I got my disappointed face on. You like the end of Loki season 2?
Yeah.
Him with the green time. It sounds like something I would make up. It really does. But it's real.
A ghost, a ghoul, a goblin, a monster, a werewolf.
Went on and wrote in the comments. I was gonna say that came out great.
You're off to a great start.
Yeah. We got some fun stuff planned today. We got some goods.